What's going on, guys? You got Johnny here, and we're back with CPC content, this time for week 5. Um, I just want to say I live recorded this match, but the file somehow corrupted, and I couldn't open it on any of my players or editors. So I unfortunately I still had to postcom this. Um, I'm still new to this live coming business, so please bear with me here. However, yeah. So talking about the matchup now, we're facing Will. Hasn't had too much success in past seasons, however, has done really well this season. We had a bit of a haxy match last season. He thinks it matters. I personally don't think it did, but we're in a position now where that really doesn't matter because we just have to do our best this week. And oh dear lord, it's a tough week, and we severely struggle to. Or I severely struggled this week to find a balance between offense, defense, and checking his threats while simultaneously being able to apply enough offensive pressure towards his team. But I built this team, and I hope it can do that. So, yeah, starting out, we have an Assault Vest Mew, sort of bulky, sort of offensive, enough to Oko Muck after some prior damage, with Earthquake, also has Gang Shot for the Lele, Ice Beam for the Mens, and U-turn. This AV Mew is basically an all-around good check to his team. Takes on Tran, Lele to an extent with Life for Respects Lele. Shadow Ball still is way too much to me. And Tran can deal with the Muck, certainly. Can deal with the Jolteon. Can deal with the Mens if it's offensive. So yeah, this Mew just had a genuinely good matchup here. The one problem is we'll get an Assault Vest and I don't have a Wish Passer on my team, so it's going to get worn down real quick if I use it to his best options this game, so I'm going to have to figure something out for that. Next up, Stunfisk. Stunfisk was my ideal partner for Mew, and it's actually an offensive Stunfisk, max special attack modest, with, I believe, the expert belt, because it just does genuinely work to his team. Earth Power for the Muck, Earth Power for the Heatran, Thunderbolts, the Blastoise, Earth Powers, the Jolteon, HP Ice is the Salamence. Thunderbolt still does do a decent amount of damage to Tapu Lele. And yeah, the main reason I wanted Stunfisk here is because I wanted to ensure rocks, because I can always rock on the Blastoise switch and then 2KO the Blastoise with Thunderbolt and make him like have an opportunity cost here, which was kind of the thought. We also have a Sash Spikes lead, Scolipede with Earthquake and Endeavor, and I believe Megahorn. Yeah, this just allows me to hazard stack him, basically. I know that if this game drags on too long, I basically will have a slim chance of beating his offense and his defense. So, in a tough spot here, not gonna lie. Next up, Scarf Aerodactyl, Adamant. Scarf Aerodactyl, he doesn't have a rock resist on his team, or at least not a good one. His best check is Blastoise, and I hope to weaken that with Stunfisk, Mew, and Spikes. So I'm hoping this works out in my favor. Next up is Vullaby. Vullaby is just, again, this time is fully specially defensive to deal with the Mega Alakazam. Also takes a hit from Tapu Lele, Foul Play, Knockoff, U-turn, Roost. Yeah, just some general goodness here. And then we have a bulky Mega Scizor with Agility, because I felt like that had some potential to sweep late game. Now, I didn't have that much time to fine-tune my team this week. But yeah, let's just hop into the match. As I said, I have a Sash Lead Scully here, which is just designed to lead off, and I'm expecting a Shuki Heatran, so what I do is I just click Earthquake Turmoil, he Lava Plumes, and unfortunately it doesn't get the burn, which allows me to spike up right here, expecting his switch out, as he does exactly that. Oh no, I Earthquake, exactly, because I didn't lose much, because I can get up a spike on this turn as well. Now, he Dragon Tails, revealing to me that he's most likely a defensive Salamence. I go into Vullaby, still being able to easily foul play this thing, and nope, he flinches me. And this sucked. Let me pause it. Sorry. This flinch kind of sucked because foul play would have done about 30-40% to this, and as you can see now, that because he's at 4, he can really pass his way back into his Heatran, without being forced to stay in with Mens and me keeping the Mens low. But he goes into Heatran, and I get up in my knockoff. He reveals that he had the Sugar Berry, so there's no point revealing. U-turn, he gets up Stealth Rock, which is unfortunate. My team is fairly weak to rocks. Yeah, as I go Stunfisk here, fortunately don't get burned, and I just click Earth Power as the Lava pooms me twice, gets the burn, and puts my Stunfisk in range. So again, this whole theme with my team doesn't have not having enough sustenance to last through long games, or at least my offense not having that comes to show here. I can go into my Scissor. I mostly split F. I can take any 2 hits from this, but he has the Mens, and the Mens is defensive, and that's a Scissor check. Go for the superpower. That doesn't do damage, as he's probably most likely just going to wish up. I go hard into my Volbeat since the Mega Alakazam is here. I can easily do that. Go back into Scizor. Now I stay in predicting another rank child. Isaac makes the great play of Inferno overdriving and killing my Scizor. Now we're in a really tough spot. I can go to my Aerodactyl though and start firing off some Stone Edges here. And I get rid of the Salamence, which really wasn't a threat at this point anymore, and he goes into Blastoise, and this is the annoying part. I have to switch out here, can't risk staying in. I go into Volbeat, he goes for the Scald. It doesn't kill me, but I can just fire off. No, he outspeeds me and kills me. Now I'm down to 2 mons, and the only way I'm winning this game if I can weaken the Blastoise and get about 10% off on the Tapu Lele. Then Scarf Aerodactyl has a chance of winning this game. However, I didn't pack Thunderbolt on this Mew, and this will come to show here because my best way to hit this thing is Earthquake. And this really doesn't work out well for me because I can't weaken him. I need to go back out, can't risk the Scald. He can freely Scald here. I can get another hit with my Mew. Now he's in range of Aerodactyl, but Aerodactyl only has 1 switch left to Rocks after this, so... And I missed the Stone Edge. And this Stone Edge quite mattered in a variety of senses. Now, I can't switch Aerodactyl back in on Rocks after he rolls me out here. So I can't switch Aerodactyl back in on Rocks. And I also die to Mux Shadow Sneak if he has it. Now, without this, I could have brought in my Mew on the Tapu Lele, gotten off a Gunk Shot, and potentially still cleaned the game from there. Would have come down to some Roll Stone. As I go into Mew, I can Earthquake. I don't even kill the Blastoise, which is something. And he goes into Zazo. I can just Earthquake this for the Saga Knight, but now I basically have to hope Stone Edge can crit the Tapu Lele. Go into my Aerodactyl. Oh, and I have to hope he doesn't have Shadow Sneak, which is possible because he doesn't have. He does have Psychic Terrain on his team, but yeah, I knock out the Muk. He goes Tapu Lele. I go for the Stone Edge, praying this will kill. It's an Adamant at least, but the crit is 73, so he's pretty much max Fizz Def, and that's a 2 loss for us this week. GG to Will, well played. There was some RNG that I think mattered a bit in the course of the game, but in general, my mistakes were definitely in prep because I didn't take the time and effort I need. Like one thing was my team had a couple defensive checks to stuff, but lacked a lot of offensive power to break through your bulk. So my Aerodactyl was basically my only pure offensive mon this week, and Aerodactyl is weak without a boost and without a boosting item, and this definitely showed right here. Plus he brought a defensive Lele, which in my opinion, like Life Orb Lele destroyed my team. I needed to extensively prep for Scarf Lele. Like I was in such a tough spot just prepping for Lele that I really couldn't deal with all this team. But I think the central error for me was bringing Mega Scizor. I think in hindsight maybe, but also in before the game, Suicune would have been the better bring. Just having the fire resist for Heatran, not being forced to take the damage with my Stunfisk, and then losing with Jolteon, like I think Suicune would have been the way better choice from team composition. You know, like Rorqual that phases his team more into Aerodactyl range. But so yeah, that's definitely my fault here. But I'm hoping that I can put a bit more effort for the remaining season, and especially next week, so we can go back to an even record. GG Will. Enjoyed our match. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm out.